coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Washington football team. Set to go from Detroit as Matt Prater approaches and booms it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Haskins to throw it. That one slants to McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
13 yards. And a Washington first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. That one caught by Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Tackled by Sampson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Complete
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Haskins will throw. Touchdown, Washington.
Haskins pass.
Dawson Knox with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead.
It is good.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Chase Young. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Danny Amendola, that was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Let's take it at around the 40. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. This is brought in by Gibson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Samson Abukum just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Haskins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
On 2nd down now. It's Gibson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now it's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and goal.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. From the gun, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And he is all the way up past the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now it's Stafford. Complete to Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Across midfield down to the 45. So much for the run on third and one. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Carry on Johnson, the ball carrier.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on third and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Out of the gun, Stafford. This is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 7. Here's Stafford. Quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, Did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Now Haskins on 1st down. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
1st down.
Yeah, with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the full receiver, Corey Thomas. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to fight.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete.
Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Lions 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Stafford.
This defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to a stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Haskins to throw. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Partner, we know they came out Rockford down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First down, Washington.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third down. Haskins finding Knox there, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. To throw again. Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Steven Sims with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
And he's got it up and through.
This Washington 28, Lions 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
At the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Looking for Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At the 33-yard
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He'll take it up past the 35. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington... Pass rush gets home.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a look at the backup Daniel. And he's going to go down again.
Chase Daniels.
How about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. around the NFL. They've gone to the third in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 43. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Some might say that he's got looked at in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. He was unable to on that attempt.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Haskins. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
guys made complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Heck of a way to start the 4th quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Off play action. Daniel. Caught by Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
There on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniel. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Daniel. It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And it was stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the call.
He's got him in. Complete. Washington.
Complete.
Dawson Knox taking it in. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said